to another edition of Cooking with Key. And today what I'm cooking is an egg etouffee, and it's going to consist of chicken, which I have on my cutting board right here. I'm finna season it up. Chicken, smoked sausage, have it on the plate draining. Crawfish tails and crappie. I have to dice the crappie. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and season the chicken. I already diced the chicken up, so I'm just going to show you what kind of seasoning I'm going to put on it. We're going to go ahead and get that in the skillet and get the chicken to start cooking. What I'm going to season the chicken with, y'all, is Adobo sauce, Adobo seasoning, some good stuff right here. Adobo seasoning, garlic powder, some Adkins chicken rub, just for a little smoky taste. Get all that incorporated. We're going to go ahead and get all that incorporated right now. Get that to cook. Then we move on to the crappie, and I'll show you what I do to my crappie to get it prepared. The next step, I'm going to cut my crappie into small cubes, and I'm going to blanch them. You don't want to put your fish in there raw. You can, but it's going to fall apart on you. So if you blanch it, it won't fall apart. So let me cut these crappie fillets up into small cubes real quick. Don't take that long. This is the size I prefer right here. Seasoning come in here in a little bit. Got some water boiling on the stove, and we're going to get to that part in a minute. There's nothing for later. But cube it out. And the process I'm going to use, y'all, is just blanching. I'm just going to blanch it. It's a fancy way of saying boil. I'm going to boil it. Now I have all the crappie cut up into little cubes. And now I'm going to place them in the boiling water. And into that water, we're going to season it. Alright. Into the boiling water with the crappie, I'm going to season it with some Cajun seasoning. Tablespoons, and some Old Bay, 2 tablespoons as well. You're just trying to get that crappie some flavor. That's all you're doing. Just give it some flavor. let that. I'm gonna blanch this or boil it. I've already made the roux, and if y'all know how long it takes to make a roux, I didn't want to bore you with that. That's a long process. So now I got my roux simmering, or my etouffee simmering. I've already added the smoked sausage to it, and that's the right consistency right there. That's how thick I like mine. I don't like it too runny. I don't like it too thick. All right, so we're gonna let that simmer. I got my crappie over here cooling out. You see it didn't break up. Still got big chunks of crappie. Man, that's gonna be delicious. You see all that seasoning around that pot? Scrape that back in there. Just let that soak into that crappie, y'all. That's all we're doing. Just letting that soak into that crappie. It's done. Don't have to do anything to that. And when you add the crappie to the etouffee, already get your stirring out the way, because you don't want to risk breaking this up. Leave that crappie whole, so when you take a bite, you got a big juicy chunk of crappie. So don't stir it. I'll show you how to do it. Just put it in there and just let it do its thing. Just let it chill. Got that etouffee cooling out. So now I'm finna get the crawfish tails and add that in here and let that cool out. All right, get the crawfish tails and just fold them in. You don't want to break those up either. You want those whole. Fold them in. All right. We're going to let those simmer. Let the etouffee simmer for about 25-30 minutes. And we'll be back with the finished product. Now what I'm going to do is add 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. There we go. Let that melt in. Just 1 little spoonful of tomato paste. Man, it's gonna be good. Got the crappie done. I've drained it. You can see the crappie chunks right there. We're gonna add that in. Let me get some of that there. I can't help it. Man, that is delicious, y'all. That crappie is delicious. Y'all gotta try this recipe. All right, so get your crappie chunks and just fold them in there softly. Try not to break them up. Spread them around. And that's it. And let them do their own thing. Like I said, you don't wanna break them up. Just move them around real gently, y'all. And we're gonna let that sit for about 25 or 30 minutes and I'll be back. The crappie etouffee has been simmering for about 30 minutes now. I got my kids eating, but you know how teenagers are. They don't want to be on camera eating, so I'm gonna let them make it this time. But look at that, y'all. You see pieces of the chicken, the crappie is still whole, the sausage. Man, it's time to throw down. So let me get a bite of this. See what we got. I already been tasting it, so. Yo, that's good work, y'all. Hey, if y'all like these videos, you want to see more of Cooking with Key, y'all comment below and let me know. I love to cook, and it's nothing for me to put the videos out. All right. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for all future videos. All right. Y'all take care.
It's good.
Thank you, baby.